Hello everyone, welcome to English Gyan. This is Shivashish Dash. Today I have come up with the first video of the new series in which I will be discussing some prose pieces and poetry that are prescribed for class 10 and class 12 of the Assam board. This series will be a kind of preparation for the upcoming 10th and 12th board examinations of Assam board. So make sure that you watch the video till the end, because at the end of each video I shall be discussing some important questions that are likely to come from this topic for the HSLC and also the HS final examination. So without wasting any time, let's start. So today's video is going to be on the poem Amanda, which is prescribed for the students of class 10. So before we start the poem Amanda, we must know what is the theme of this poem and what is being discussed in this poem. The poem deals with the very common thing, that how teenagers feel when they are being asked to do something by their parents. It is very common that teenagers feel that their freedom is being curtailed when they are asked to behave in a certain way, or when they are asked to carry out their duties in a certain way. For example, if your parents, you the teenagers, if your parents ask you not to use your mobile phone, you will feel that I have not used it for the whole day, but they are asking me not to use it now, so you feel a bit bad. Again, they may be asking you to study, they may be asking you to keep your room clean. So these are the certain things that are very common and that they should ask you to do, but you feel that your freedom is being curtailed in such a way. You will feel that your parents keep on ordering you to do such a thing or not to do such a thing. You feel that your freedom is not there, you are not given enough liberty, and you want to live away from them. You go on to your imaginary world. That is a very common thing among teenagers. So the whole poem deals with this theme only, that how teenagers behave when they are being asked to perform their duties, or when they are being asked to behave in a certain way. So I hope this theme is clear. So now let's begin the poem. The poem is divided into 7 stanzas, and the second, fourth and the sixth stanzas are given in brackets. That is, they are given in parentheses. These second, fourth and sixth stanzas actually they tell us what is going on inside Amanda's heart. So the first stanza begins, "Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop the slouching and sit up straight, Amanda." In this first stanza, we see that the first line itself begins with an imperative sentence. Most probably Amanda's parent, that is, it might be her mother, she is talking to her. She is asking Amanda not to do certain things. She first of all asks Amanda not to bite her nails. This is actually a very good thing on the part of her parent to forbid her to do that thing, but Amanda feels that she is being commanded or she is being controlled by someone, so she doesn't like this thing. So her parent asks her not to bite her nail. "Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda." Amanda has the habit of hunching her shoulders, like she is having the habit of moving her shoulders too much. So her parent asks her not to hunch her shoulders, stop the slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. In the next line, her parent asks her to not to bend down and to sit straight. It is very clear that Amanda is actually doing all the wrong things. She is biting her nails, she is slouching, she is hunching her shoulders, and her parent, that is most probably her mother, like any other mother, is asking her not to do such things, but she doesn't feel good. Amanda feels that she is being controlled by her mother and she just wants to break away the shackles. She wants to come out of it. So in the second stanza, that is being given inside brackets, that is being given inside parentheses, this stanza tells us what is going on inside Amanda's head. While her mother is asking her not to do such things, Amanda is thinking that there is languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me. She imagines that there is a languid emerald sea, means there is a very relaxed and calm sea whose color is emerald. It is a color, and there is nobody else in that sea. There is no inhabitant in that sea except Amanda. Means Amanda is the only one who is present in that sea, and she is present not in the form of a human being but in the form of a mermaid. She says that where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid. She imagines herself as a mermaid drifting blissfully. She feels that she would drift about the water. She would move swiftly and smoothly about in the water, very blissfully, with peace, with delight. So Amanda, there is a contrasting idea. Her mother is asking her not to behave in a certain way, but she is not paying that much attention to her mother. Rather, she is lost in her complete new world where she imagines certain things. Again, in the third stanza, her mother or her parent is talking to her. She is asking Amanda, "Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda." Here her mother is asking her certain questions. She is asking Amanda if she had finished her homework, which is a very normal thing. Our parents keep asking us, especially when we are young, that whether we have done our works or not, whether we have completed our homeworks. So similarly, her mother is also asking her quite logically whether she has finished her homework. Her mother is also asking her if she has tidied her room. It is sometimes noticed among teenagers that they don't keep their room in a very tidy way. So her mother is asking if she has tidied her room. I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Her mother is also reminding Amanda that I had probably asked you to clean your shoes. Have you done that? But who is listening? Amanda is hearing that thing, but she is not listening to it because she is lost in her complete different world. Again, let's come on to the next stanza, which is again given in brackets. That is, again, this is the imagination or the thought that is going on inside Amanda's head. Here in this stanza, she imagines herself as an orphan. Let's see. I am an orphan roaming the street. Now Amanda imagines herself as an orphan. Now who is an orphan? Orphan, we all know that orphan is a person who doesn't have his or her own parents. So it's a very unfortunate thing. But Amanda is imagining herself as an orphan. Now the question is why? The question is why she is imagining herself as an orphan, because she wants to get freedom from the nagging of her parents. Let's see what's been given. She imagines herself as an orphan roaming the street. She feels that if she were an orphan, she would be able to roam the street freely. Nobody would be there to ask her not to do so. Nobody would be there to forbid her from doing so. So she imagines that she is roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. She feels that if she were a mermaid, she would be able to do anything she wanted. She would be able to roam the street. She would pattern the soft dust. She would put her footmarks on the soft dust with her bare feet. She would be walking very carelessly. Nobody would be there to nag her. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. She feels that if she had been an orphan, she would have enjoyed a silence which is golden, that is precious. She would have enjoyed a silence which is very precious, and a freedom which is sweet. She would have enjoyed a sweet freedom. Nobody would have scolded her. Nobody would have reminded her of her duties. Nobody would have asked her to do certain things or behave in a certain way. So she feels that if she did not have her parents, if she were an orphan, she would have been lucky enough to live a free life. Again, in the following stanza, her parent or her mother is again talking to her, and she is again asking her to behave in a certain way. Her mother or her parent tells her, "Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda." She is forbidding her to eat that chocolate. "Remember your acne, Amanda." Her mother is reminding Amanda of her acne. It's very common in teenagers that teenagers go through some kind of skin problems. It's due to some hormonal changes that teenagers go through some skin problems or dermatologist related problems, and in order to control that acne, Amanda's mother is asking her not to eat the chocolate because of her acne. "Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you?" Her mother, in a very disturbed tone, she asks Amanda to look at her. It's a very common I think, dialogue that we all have heard when our parents are talking to us, or when our parents are sometimes scolding us or talking to us in a very uh, tough manner. We sometimes tend to look here and there. So they would be asking her that, please look at us, don't look here and there, look at us when we are talking to you. So it's a very common way of behaving. So her parent also asks her to look at her when she is speaking to Amanda. But Amanda doesn't pay any heed to her, because she is again lost in her own world. Again, the next paragraph, or the next stanza rather, is given in parenthesis. Here Amanda imagines herself as Rapunzel. She says, I am Rapunzel, I have not a care. Now, probably most of us have heard the story of Rapunzel. She was a beautiful princess. She had to run away in order to get peace, because her grandmother, she was not a very good lady. She used to nag her, so she ran away, and she did a mistake. She left her bright hair, which was very long and very beautiful. She let it open, but her grandmother saw her hair and she finally discovered her. She was not able to run away from that old lady. So Amanda says that she is Rapunzel, I have not a care. She imagines herself as a Rapunzel, saying that she will have no care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. She says that like Rapunzel ran away to a tower. Rapunzel, to get rid of her that grandmother, she ran away to the tower. Similarly, Amanda also wants to run away to the tower to get freedom, to get free from the nagging of her mother. So she says that I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. She says that if I, like Rapunzel, go away to the tower, and if I start living there, I'll also enjoy a life which is very tranquil, which is very relaxing, and which is very rare, which is not easily found. However, Amanda also says one thing, that I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. She says that she will not repeat the mistake that Rapunzel did. She says that Rapunzel got caught as she had left open her bright hair, but she would not make the same mistake because she doesn't want to be disturbed. So Amanda says that yes, I will be like Rapunzel, but I will not let the mistake of keeping my long hair open so that anybody can discover me. I will remain hidden in a tower and enjoy life which is very tranquil and very rare. So the final stanza, again, it begins with Amanda's mother's or her parents' words. She says, stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Her parents says that stop that sulking. She says that Amanda always keep on sulking. She is always complaining. Amanda always keeps on complaining about things. So her mother asks her not to do such a thing. You are always so moody, Amanda. She also complains that Amanda is very, very moody. And that's a common trend among teenagers. Teenagers are most of the times very moody. So Amanda's mother says that you are like other teenagers. You are always very moody. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. The final line is Amanda's mother says that you behave in such a way. You keep on complaining that my mother keeps on asking me to behave in a certain way. So anybody, if he or she hears it, will think that I am nagging you, but I am actually not nagging you. I am just telling you to behave in a certain way for your own good. And this is actually true. Most of our parents, in fact all of our parents, ask us to behave in a certain way. That is for our own good only. It's not for their good, no. But when we are teenagers, we feel that they are wrong and we are right. However, later on we may discover that no, we were wrong and they were right. But at that time we feel that our parents are wrong. They are taking away our liberty. They are pushing us towards bondage, which we don't want, which we always want a free life. Similarly, Amanda also feels that she is being controlled by her parent and she doesn't like this life and she wants to get free. So this is the poem. In this poem, the poet Robin Klein discusses a very common topic, that is how teenagers behave to certain things that they are being told to do or not to do. I hope this poem was clear to you. Now let us discuss some of the important questions that might come from this poem. The first question that is very important in this poem is why did Amanda imagine herself as an orphan? Or what could Amanda do if she were an orphan? Like we found it in the first, second, third, fourth stanza. Here Amanda imagines herself as an orphan. So you might be asked a question that why does Amanda want to be an orphan, or what would she do if she were an orphan? Similarly, from the second stanza you might be asked a question that why does Amanda want to be a mermaid, or what could Amanda do if she were a mermaid? So you have to prepare this question also, and you may also be asked another question that why did Amanda want to be a Rapunzel, or what could Amanda do if she were Rapunzel? These three questions are one of the most important questions of this poem. You may also be asked another question that why are the stanzas 2nd, 4th and 6th of this given poem given in parentheses? Means why are these stanzas given in brackets? I think you all know the answer of this question, that these stanzas tell us about the deep thoughts that were going inside Amanda's heart. That is why these stanzas are given in parentheses or in brackets. You may also be asked certain short questions like what is Amanda asked not to bite, or what is Amanda asked if she has finished, or what is Amanda asked to tidy, or what is Amanda asked to clean, or you may also be asked what is Amanda asked to remember. These are the things that you may be asked. Or you may also be asked that how do we know Amanda's age, or how do we know that Amanda is a teenager? This is a very important question of this poem. How do we know that Amanda is a teenager? Because nowhere in the poem it's mentioned that Amanda is a teenager, but when we observe that she is having an acne, or she is having a very moody nature, we may conclude that she is a teenager. So I hope this video was useful to you, and I would suggest all of you to prepare these questions. If you are not able to find the answers to these questions, you may drop your comments and questions in the comment section below. I would be coming up with the second video of this series very soon. For more such videos, stay tuned to English Gyan. Keep learning and keep sharing. Thank you.